saw something quoted from Andy Josh a little while ago that the two had a spar many, many years ago, and it was an absolute war. I mean, what do you know about this spar that they had years ago?
From what I heard, what I heard about it, was Tyson walked in there and underestimated him a fair bit. For our young boy, gonna play about with him. And obviously, Josh, very good fighter. He was a very good fighter when he started. It's called natural ability. So you're always going to be good to some sort of standards, whether you're just starting or just finishing. And he had a hard night. He had a spar with him, and he had to get down the trenches with him and dog it out of him. That's as far as I can. I've been told, but Tyson's one of them people. He won't really dog talk people about sparring or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, very respectful like that. I know in some ways he might not come across like that, but like every time I've been around him, I've never heard him say a bad word about anybody, like in viciousness. Do you know what I mean?
Those are the words of Tom Little. Tom Little was explaining the sparring session between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury when Anthony Joshua was in the amateurs and Tyson Fury was, of course, a contender, okay? And he was on his way up the ladder. And he explained it that maybe Tyson Fury underestimated Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua was a new fighter, fresh fighter. He came in with good ability automatically, naturally. And he said that Tyson Fury underestimated him. That's why he had such a hard time with him. Okay. Now, according to Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, almost knocked him out, gave him a nice scrap. Okay, beat the crap out of him. Those were his exact words. But Tom Little explained, that maybe Tyson Fury underestimated him. Maybe so. When you do hear about a fighter that's little known, you don't really know what to expect. And then that guy comes out like a whirlwind, with all types of aggression and punches. You're like, okay, wow. Now I have to readjust. I wasn't there. I didn't see it, but I did hear a lot about it. I heard Tyson Fury talk about it, and he said that this guy is a very good guy and watch out for that guy. And now these two guys have agreed to fight, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Now, what Tom Little also said, that he said, well, Tyson Fury has never came off vicious or had showed malice or talking about any fighter in sparring, that he can recall. Well, I can counterpunch Tom Little right then. That's an absolute crock, okay? He said about Jarrell Miller, which Jarrell Miller is very, very respectful of Tyson Fury, that he beat and knocked Jarrell Miller down 7 times, and then he had no use for him because he was pretty much disgusted with the performance that him being a sparring partner gave and sent him packing the next day. Okay? Now again, for Jarrell Miller, he has never said anything bad about Tyson Fury. So there was no reason for Tyson Fury to go out of his way to say, hey, this guy's a bum, or this guy wasn't any good. I knocked him down 7 times and I had no use for him, so I sent him packing. Okay? And to this day, Jarrell Miller will have everything to say, everything good to say about Tyson Fury. So that's rather conflicting. Okay, when he's talking about sparring. And I just feel that, Tom Little, he is a good source because he sparred with all of these guys. And, it was a good perspective with the underestimation of Tyson Fury. That might have been the case, who knows? But I look at that when you have 2 fighters in any ring, where it's sparring or otherwise. People say it might be sparring or whatever. What goes on in sparring stays in sparring. I get that. However, when you come to a point, okay, I want you guys to listen to me, in the year 2019, where you can die in sparring Sparring is not sparring anymore. Okay, that's my opinion. What goes on in sparring to me is a good barometer or a good foreshadow of two different styles of fighters. Okay, I can understand you can adapt to certain fighting styles, but a lot of times when you go in there and you're practicing, you're going to practice, a certain way or a similar way, the way you're going to fight. The only difference is you have headgear on. Okay, so a lot of times with Joshua and Fury, that might just be the way these guys' styles match up. Okay, but then again, I do appreciate the perspective of underestimation. Okay, because the way Tyson Fury is, he did change it up a bit though. He did say one thing about that sparring session in an interview, and then nowadays he'll say something totally different. Like he had Joshua, lifting his legs because he was hitting him to the body so hard, this, that, and the other, which he excluded that from the first interview. You know what I mean? So it was two different reasons for rhyme when he was describing what happened in that sparring session. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tom Little's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.